Well, this is a little annoying. I shot a whole video and then Descript deleted it. So we're going to try again. The good news is we didn't have to sit here and wait for Claude to render. So I have a friend who's got a website. She had a sales page on it. It's, pretty nice. Just go ahead and show that to you now. So pretty good. But it took her a while to build. This is a WordPress site. So it took her a while to build this web page. And I'm like, you could probably do that in Claude Code for significantly less time. Now, I think what held me up today is I was playing around with their new tool Fable, which I have the Claude Max plan, so $100 a month. And so far I have never run out of usage or tokens. Fable's a hog. So learning number one, if you don't need it, don't use it. I should have just used either Sonnet or Opus, would have been fine. The second thing is, while I would usually create a website in Claude Code, Claude Cowork at this time has double tokens. And since I'm doing this for a friend, I'm not going to use it myself. I thought I would go ahead and use Cowork for this. Really, the only difference is if I was building this website for myself, the reason I would do it in Code is because I could literally have it upload that website straight to Supabase for Sell GitHub for me. I wouldn't have to mess around with all that. It would just do it for me and it would be done. I don't have access to their WordPress site, so I decided to create the new version of this website as a HTML. So then it's literally just a matter of copying and pasting the HTML code into an HTML block, code block on WordPress. I am not a WordPress person, so I'm not quite sure. So my prompt, super simple. I probably could have made it better, but it worked. A friend of mine created this website. Like, I would like you to zhuzh it up a bit. It's spelled zhuzh correctly. I'd like you to zhuzh it up a bit. Please use the hex codes, the images, the fonts that are currently on the website. We just want to make it a little bit more attractive. Please ask me any questions you have and use the existing sign up form if you can do that. Turns out it could. Poof. Mind blown. Ask me any questions you might have to make this process go more quickly and easily. This is going to be a WordPress, so ask me any questions you need about making it WordPress compliant as well. I'm thinking a simple HTML, which was the right answer. So a couple things. When you are playing inside Cowork, you want to attach it to, well, you don't have to, but I recommend attaching it to a folder. So I had actually created a folder for it on my desktop. I have since then moved it over to Drive so I could share it with them. But I created it in my desktop. The reason for that, and again, I'm showing you Drive because that's where I ended up moving it to. But so it's here now. There it is. I ended up moving it here so I could share it with them. But the reason you want to do it on a home site, your own desktop or documents is even better. All my Claude work is literally in my documents, which honestly, until I started using Claude, I hadn't touched in like 10 years. But now all my Claude work is in documents because what happens is when you are building something and it goes from Claude over to Drive, over to the folder, over to the subfolder. The Claude build is actually extremely delicate. Think of it as a ball made out of spun sugar. And so every time you toss it to another folder, it breaks down. And Claude doesn't know it broke down because when it delivered it, when it gave it to you, it was fine. So a lot of times when something is not working, it's because Claude gave it to you in the right condition, but it arrived in the wrong condition. So just good to know that. So create your folder if you are going to create a folder to work from natively on your home computer. There are tools that will allow different home computers to talk to each other that aren't Drive, things like Obsidian or GitHub. That's a whole other video and a whole other build, so I won't go into that right now. Let's just say I built it here in a local folder that I then moved to Drive that I then shared with my friend. Okay, so I wrote this prompt and it started working. The other thing is, I recommend you say ask before acting, but I've used Claude a lot by now, and I trust it to access the files on my desktop and the files in my computer and online files. I trust it now. So I just say, just do it, which is not to say it doesn't ask me occasionally for approval. It still does. You still want to keep half an eye on it, but I don't have to keep all of my attention, which was good because this thing, for whatever reason, took forever to build. It usually doesn't. Long story short, it took 7 actions, used 4 tools, searched 3 patterns, read 3 files, went and grabbed a whole bunch of images and thumbnails from the website and from the location that the website was promoting. Just did that automatically, ran some commands, did some more reading of files, and then put it together. So this is the HTML file that it created. This is the original. It's still good, but see, this thing probably took Kristen like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 25 minutes. I don't know. It probably took her a while to build this, and she doesn't know it yet. But there were some meta image problems behind it. It was talking about an old site, blah, blah, blah. That came up in the build as well. So this took, issues with Claude today aside, this took about 5 minutes to build, honestly. And I mean, they're very similar, right? Very similar in look and feel. Cleaner. I feel like this is cleaner. The information is there. It grabbed more images. I didn't even choose. I'm just like, you do it. You do it. I don't feel like doing it. You do it. It grabbed more images that really show off the location for this event. Needs some stronger lineage here, but it's good enough. It kept what I think is hilarious. I absolutely love Lauren's no asshole policy. So good. So it kept that. Yay. It kept the sponsor. Hopefully they're still the sponsor. It talks about what the legacy VIP community does. The hyperlinks are active and live. So the Calendly hyperlink and then the event hyperlink are active and live. And I tested this in the earlier video that disappeared into nowhere land. This works too. And that was one thing I was concerned about. I was not sure that the form was going to work. That works too. Now, this isn't live. I mean, it's kind of live. It's live on my computer, but no one else can access this. Like, I could copy this link all day long. None of you can access this. So what needs to happen now is I need to take the code from this and then just pop it into her WordPress code block, which sounds super confusing, but it's not. If I had a PC, I'm a Mac girl. On a PC, it's right click. On a Mac, it's Control Enter to right click. And what you want to do is you want to view the page source. And then on a PC, I think it's Control A. I'm not sure. Anyway, you want to select all of everything. On a Mac, it's simply Command A, Command C to copy it. Again, not sure what it is on. But fortunately, all you have to do is then take this and paste it into the WordPress as a code block, and it's going to look just like this. I have built so many websites this way, and I am graphically impaired. Like, this took no skill level on my side. I suck at graphics. Now, fortunately, Kristen took some time and effort to create this one, which is pretty. It just took that aesthetic and called it good. So it is so easy to do this using Claude Code and Claude Cowork. Anyway, hope that was useful, and let me know if you have any questions.